I definitely think our defense likes to keep teams under 10 for sure. I think that's kind of been our thing, at least since I've been on the team. And it's kind of an expectation for our defense as well. They definitely gave me the shots I wanted to see, and my job is to save the ball, and they did their job, so I just wanted to do my job.
In that first half, you had what seemed like a lot of saves where they were right on the doorstep, point-blank range. What's the thought process there for you when you see somebody get kind of open right in front of you? What goes through your head?
Where's ball is definitely what goes through my head. It's weird because you tell a goalie, save the ball, and that's all they really have to do. But in order to save the ball, you have to see the ball. And if you don't see the ball, you don't save it. So with point-blank shots, you got to make sure you see the ball and where the ball came from just so you have the opportunity to be able to save it.
Heading into conference play now, what does this do momentum-wise for you guys, especially starting off against James Madison?
I definitely think we have some things to work on in this game. I do not think it was a pretty win. A win is a win, and I think we're definitely going to look back at film and especially review the first half because I think we didn't generate enough shots, and there were some gaps in the defense. There were some goals that shouldn't have been scored. So we're definitely going to try and fix those mistakes and improve every game like we try to do every other. We get better from the last game.
Great. Thank you.
Sonia, opening thought.
Yeah, I thought Oregon gave us a great game here today. They battled super hard, and it took us a little bit to sort of find our rhythm offensively, but our offense found it, particularly because of Sam, stepping up, working hard behind the crease, and came up with some assists at key points in the game to kind of give us that momentum, and it felt like we sort of broke things open a little bit. I think we made some mental errors here today, and that sort of, I think, gave Oregon some life and allowed them to stay in this game as long as they did, and they kept battling. So, but they pulled out the victory here, and so we're really, pleased with that, and we'll keep learning from the errors and move forward.
Sam, as the person who kind of makes that offense go from behind the net, where would you rate the offense as of right now at the midway point heading into conference play?
Right now, I think we're still working on what we need to get at. We're definitely not at our full potential right now, and we're still working through a lot of different offenses. Mainly they're just sets, whatever that we work off of. And we play well as a team, and we just need to get our ball movement, I think, a little bit faster, and it took us a little bit to get that today. But overall, we just play really well as a team when we are getting the ball movement around, and we're doing our skip passes and stuff. We're definitely getting more mojo as a team as the season goes on.
And something Coach and I have talked about is teams that are starting to key on you as the lead assist getter, and whether it's you lobbing one to Carly or a quick pass to Gillingham or whatever. How have you adjusted your game as defenses have adjusted to you?
Most of the time, I try to just attack my defender right away, or if I see an early skip pass, I like to look for that also, not trying to give away anything, but I definitely try to keep my head up, and right when the pass gets to me, I definitely try to see my profile isn't up top, because most of the time they're going to be open if I'm drawing 2 or 3. But yeah, just making sure my eyes are up and looking for the open player. That's all I can do.
And Coach, we asked Angie this, coming into today's game, Oregon had double-digit goals every game this season. What does this mean for the defense and her to be able to keep them single digits today?
Yeah, I think, Oregon offensively, really, they're a great team, and they displayed some of that today. And I think, thankfully we had some great play in Angie. She was just flying all over the crease, making some great saves. And defensively, the game plan, the D, for the most part, stuck to the game plan and really worked to limit their feeding opportunities, which we knew coming into this game would be an area that we've got to really take care of and focus on. So, overall, I think our D played pretty solid game, couple little errors that led to some goals, but that's going to happen when you're playing, a team like Oregon and their offense, when they've got some great weapons.
We're used to seeing the offensive unit have one person really go off in a game, whether it's 3, 4, 5 goals for one person. Today, leading goal scorers each have 2, and then everyone else just with 1.
Yeah.
What does it mean for your offense, for your team, to know that you don't necessarily need to lean on one person, that you can get production from all sorts of places?
Yeah, it's important. You have to be adaptable. You have to be versatile. So, you know, we call on our offense, all of the players out there to be offensive threats, to make sure that they're using each other, that they're playing as a team. And, you know, some of that plays into the type of defense that we're matched up against. And that's going to open up certain things and limit other things. So it was, yeah, interesting to see sort of just spread out in the scoring category. But, yeah, we've got to be sort of ready to do that when we need to have a real good team offensive effort as we did today.
And then for both of you, starting with Sam, big win today over a good Oregon team. What does this do for the team momentum-wise heading into conference play opening up against JMU?
I think this is a good boost. I think we need to learn to start off strong. I think we started to in the last few games start off strong, but I think we possibly could have underestimated Oregon a little bit. Just knowing that they have great new coaches and like giving them a new skill set from what they had before, I think we might have underestimated them a little bit, which kind of kicked us in the butt in the first half. But we learned from that and we got better as the game went on. But we just need to know going into conference play that can't happen. We have to be on top of our game at all times.
Yeah, I think Sam coming out of the gate strong, and we showed that in the last few games. We struggled a little bit this game, and whether we're getting caught up with all the excitement around today's game or the distractions, and I think that's an area that is really critical as we talk about, you know, playing through conference strong, and then, you know, hopefully into May, into tournament time when you've got bigger stages, loud atmosphere, and you've got to be able to you know, stay focused. And I think our focus coming into this game, not through warm-ups necessarily, but as we got in the beginning of the game there, we just let our focus down a little bit, and that translated to us coming out of the gates not as strong as we typically have. So I think that's kind of the lesson for us is no matter what's going on, we've got to make sure that we find ways to stay really focused on the game and what we've got to do when that first whistle goes.